You believe time is moving, you feel it every second. The clock on the wall confirms it, your heartbeat confirms it. The slow change of your face in the mirror confirms it. Morning becomes night, youth becomes age, memories stack behind you like footprints fading into dust. Everything in daily life tells you the same story. Time flows forward, carrying you helplessly from past to future. But the universe never agreed to that story. Physics does not describe time as a river. It does not show moments appearing and disappearing. The deepest equations we have, the ones that explain stars, atoms, and galaxies, work perfectly well without any moving present. There is no special cosmic spotlight sweeping across reality announcing now. The universe contains events, not moments passing between them. This is the first shock most people resist. Time may not actually pass at all. Your brain constructs motion because it must. Survival depends on prediction. To survive, your mind organizes experience into sequences, before and after, cause and effect, memory and expectation. Consciousness stitches snapshots together into what feels like a flowing movie. But feeling movement does not mean movement exists outside perception. Imagine a film reel. Every frame already exists on the strip. The characters inside the movie appear to move, to change, to age. But from outside the film, nothing moves. All moments exist simultaneously. The beginning and the ending are equally present. Modern physics suggests reality may work the same way. Your childhood is not erased. Your future is not unborn. Both may exist as locations within spacetime, a four-dimensional structure where every event has its place. What you call the present is simply the thin slice your awareness experiences right now, not a universal moment shared across the cosmos. And relativity makes this even stranger. Two observers moving differently through space do not agree on what is happening now. Events that are simultaneous for one observer occur at different times for another. The idea of a single shared present collapses completely. There is no master clock governing existence. Think about what that means. Somewhere far away, an event you consider part of the future may already be part of another observer's past. The universe does not divide itself into neat categories of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Those divisions exist only inside human perception. Your sense of time flowing is not reality itself. It is interpretation. This realization feels uncomfortable because your identity depends on motion through time. You measure success by progress. You measure loss by time gone. You measure hope by time ahead. Remove the flowing river, and suddenly the structure of life looks different. Quieter, stranger, less forgiving of illusion. The ticking clock is not proof that time moves. It is proof that physical processes change. Atoms vibrate. Mechanisms rotate. Your brain counts patterns and calls the counting time. But the universe may simply exist, complete and unmoving in its totality. And if that is true, then the greatest illusion you live inside is not space, not matter, not even reality itself. It is the feeling that this moment is slipping away. Now comes the idea that makes even physicists uncomfortable. If time does not flow, then reality cannot be a sequence of moments being created one after another. Instead, physics points towards something far stranger. A universe where all events exist together as parts of a single structure. Imagine reality not as a story unfolding, but as a landscape already complete. This concept is often called the block universe. In this view, the universe is a four-dimensional structure made of space and time fused together. Every event that has happened or will happen occupies a fixed position inside this structure. Just like cities exist at different coordinates on Earth. You are not traveling through time the way a car travels down a road. You are a path already drawn across space-time. Your birth is one coordinate. Your childhood laughter is another. This exact moment of reading these words exists at another point. Even your final day belongs to the same structure. From inside your experience, events feel like they arrive one by one. From the outside, nothing arrives. Everything simply is. This is not philosophy. It grows directly out of Einstein's relativity. Relativity destroyed the idea of a universal present. Observers moving at different speeds measure time differently. A clock on a fast spaceship ticks slower compared to one on Earth. Strong gravity slows time as well. Near massive objects, time stretches. Near a black hole, minutes for one observer can equal years for another. If time itself changes depending on motion and gravity, then there cannot be a single objective now shared across the universe. And if there is no universal now, then the division between past, present, and future loses its absolute meaning. What you call the present is simply your personal perspective, a slice through space-time determined by your motion and position. Another observer cuts through reality at a different angle and experiences a different set of events as happening simultaneously. This leads to a disturbing implication. The future is not being created as you move toward it. It already exists as part of the structure of reality, just as yesterday still exists at another coordinate. The universe is less like a flowing river and more like a vast sculpture. You are not being carried forward. Your consciousness is tracing a line that already belongs to the shape. This challenges one of humanity's deepest assumptions, that possibility lives ahead while certainty lives behind. We comfort ourselves with the belief that the future is open and unreal until we reach it. But physics suggests reality does not wait for your arrival to exist. Every version of you across your lifetime may already be embedded within space-time. The child you were has not vanished from the universe. The person you will become is not merely imagined. Both occupy positions within the same cosmic structure. From inside life, this feels impossible. Choice feels real, change feels real, growth feels real, and at the human level they are. Your decisions shape the path you experience. But the larger framework of reality may already contain the entire path at once. The unsettling part is not that life loses meaning. The unsettling part is that existence may be far bigger, far more complete, than your moment-to-moment awareness allows you to see. You are not moving into the future, you are discovering where you already are within the universe. If time does not actually flow, then one question refuses to go away. Why does everything change? Why do you remember yesterday but not tomorrow? Why do eggs break but never unbreak? Why do stars burn out instead of reigniting themselves spontaneously? Why does life feel like a journey moving in one direction? The answer is not time itself, the answer is entropy. Entropy is often described as disorder, but that word is too simple. Entropy measures how many possible ways a system can arrange itself. Ordered states are rare, disordered states are overwhelmingly common. The universe naturally moves toward what is statistically more likely. A perfectly stacked deck of cards is possible, but extremely unlikely. Shuffle it once and order disappears. Shuffle it repeatedly and randomness dominates. Not because time pushes it forward, but because probability does. This is the hidden engine behind the arrow of time. The early universe began in an extraordinarily low entropy state, incredibly ordered, incredibly structured. Since then, energy has spread outward. Stars radiate heat into space, structures break down, differences even out. Entropy increases, and your brain interprets this increase as time moving forward. Here is the uncomfortable realization. The direction of time may not be fundamental to reality. It may emerge from statistics. You remember the past because it left physical records, patterns stored in neurons, light reaching your eyes, changes imprinted into matter. The future has not formed those records yet, so your brain experiences it as unknown. Memory is not proof that time flows. Memory is evidence that entropy was lower before. A shattered glass contains countless arrangements of fragments. An intact glass has very few possible arrangements. Physics does not forbid shattered pieces from reassembling themselves. It simply makes it unimaginably improbable. The universe moves toward probability, not purpose. So what you call the passage of time is really the universe moving from unlikely arrangements toward likely ones. You are not being carried forward by time. You are witnessing increasing entropy. This explains why life feels irreversible, why aging only moves one way, why moments seem to vanish. Your brain evolved inside an entropy gradient, so it interprets statistical change as temporal motion. But nothing in the deepest physical laws requires a preferred direction. Many equations work identically whether time runs forward or backward. The asymmetry you experience comes from initial conditions, not cosmic intention. That realization changes something profound. The urgency you feel, the sense that moments are slipping away, is not written into the foundation of the universe. It emerges from thermodynamics, from probability, from physical processes unfolding locally around you. The universe itself does not rush. Stars do not panic about burning fuel. Galaxies do not fear endings. Nature does not recognize deadlines. Only conscious beings, built to remember low entropy states and anticipate higher entropy ones, experience the sensation of moving through time. You are not drifting along a cosmic timeline. You are a pattern temporarily maintaining order while the universe trends toward equilibrium. And the strange beauty hidden inside this truth is that your awareness exists precisely because entropy increases. Without imbalance, without change, without this statistical arrow, consciousness itself might never arise. The feeling of time passing is not a fundamental law. It is the shadow cast by disorder growing. Now the truth stops being abstract and becomes personal. You have built your entire life around the idea that time is running out. Every decision carries pressure because you believe moments are disappearing forever. You rush careers, you delay happiness, you tolerate situations you hate because you assume there will be more time later to fix everything. Your thoughts revolve around deadlines that feel written into the universe itself. But physics suggests something deeply uncomfortable. The urgency you feel may not come from reality. It comes from perception. You experience life as a moving present because your brain organizes memory in sequence. It compares what was with what is and predicts what might be. This creates the sensation of progress, a psychological arrow pointing forward. Without it, survival would be impossible. You would not learn from mistakes or anticipate danger, but survival mechanisms are not truth detectors. Your mind converts change into a story, beginning, middle, future resolution. You assume meaning lies ahead, waiting at some later stage of life. You tell yourself that real living will start once conditions improve, once you succeed, once you feel ready, once fear disappears, and this is where the trap forms. If the universe does not privilege a single moving present, then the belief that life truly begins later becomes an illusion you reinforce daily. You postpone experiences because you believe time will deliver a better moment. Yet every moment already holds equal existence within spacetime. Nothing becomes more real simply because it happens later. This creates a harsh realization: waiting is not neutral. Waiting reshapes the structure of your life. You sacrifice present experiences for imagined future certainty. You trade real conversations for planned ones, real risks for hypothetical safety, real growth for comfortable delay. And slowly, life becomes preparation instead of participation. The tragedy is subtle. You do not notice it happening. You measure existence by milestones rather than moments. You treat days as disposable steps towards something else. You assume meaning accumulates somewhere ahead, as if the future contains a higher level of reality. But physics offers no evidence for a privileged future. From the universe's perspective, the moment you avoided speaking honestly and the moment you acted courageously both exist permanently within spacetime. Neither is erased, neither is upgraded later. They simply become part of the structure that defines your existence. Ignoring this truth has consequences. You begin living automatically. Decisions become reactions instead of choices. Fear gains power because you believe opportunities are scarce and slipping away. Regret grows because you imagine lost moments vanished into nothingness. But if moments are not destroyed, if they remain embedded within the universe, then the real loss is not time itself. The real loss is awareness. You move through experiences half-present, assuming another chance will arrive under better conditions. Yet consciousness only touches one slice of reality at a time. The universe may contain your entire life, but your awareness encounters it moment by moment. And that means something unsettling. The only part of existence you ever truly experience is the part you are paying attention to right now. Not yesterday, not someday. This intersection between awareness and reality, the psychological trap is believing meaning exists elsewhere. The escape is realizing meaning only appears where attention meets existence. All of this leads to one final, unavoidable conclusion. If time is not a river carrying you forward, then waiting for life to begin makes no sense. There is no cosmic moment approaching when clarity suddenly arrives. No universal signal telling you that you are finally ready. The universe is not building toward a perfect future version of you. Physics offers no evidence that meaning lies ahead of you instead of within the moments you already occupy. The idea that life truly starts later is one of the most comforting lies humans tell themselves. You say you will act when fear disappears. You say you will change when circumstances improve. You say you will live fully once you have more time. But the structure of reality does not contain a special future reserved for courage or fulfillment. Every moment you postpone action becomes part of the permanent geometry of your existence. Not erased, not replaced, fixed. This is the uncomfortable truth. Hesitation is not temporary. It becomes written into the story of your life just as permanently as action does. The universe does not judge your choices, but it records them perfectly. Every risk avoided, every truth left unspoken, every curiosity ignored becomes part of the path that defines you across space-time. There is no editing later, no rewriting from outside the system, and this realization removes the excuse that time will eventually solve your life for you. Time does not heal by itself. Time does not transform you. Change happens only through decisions made within the narrow slice of reality your awareness currently touches. You are not being pushed forward toward meaning. You are continuously shaping what your existence is. The frightening part is responsibility. The liberating part is also responsibility. Because if the present is not a fleeting instant but a real piece of the universe, then what you do now carries weight far beyond emotion or mood. Small actions stop being small. A conversation matters. A risk matters. A moment of honesty matters. These are not temporary events passing away, they become permanent features of reality. Ignoring this truth creates a quiet life of delay. You drift through years assuming there will always be another chance to become who you intended to be. One day you look back and realize you were not waiting for time, you were hiding behind it. Understanding time differently forces a shift. You stop asking when life will start. You stop negotiating with fear through promises of tomorrow. You stop measuring existence by how much lies ahead. Instead, you recognize something simple and brutal. This moment is not practice, this is the real thing. So here is the final truth you must face. Stop living as if the future owes you courage. Stop postponing decisions that define who you are. Stop treating awareness like an unlimited resource. The universe is not counting down your life, but your choices are still carving its shape. Act while you are conscious enough to choose. Speak while you have the chance to be heard. Think boldly while your mind is capable of change. Because reality is not waiting for you to catch up. You are already inside it, permanent, unfolding, and accountable for the path you leave behind.